What's going on, people? And welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough loss for them boys tonight against the Golden State Warriors. I wasn't going to call them the Splash Brothers, but 110-99 on TNT tonight. The way we started off this game, it just proves to you like how tired and capped out this team is, right? We're trying to keep it together, not even with Scotch tape, right? Like they're trying to keep it together, but like not even glue, man. Like it's like shoestrings. Like they're trying to keep it together with shoestrings, man. That's what they're trying to do until we get our reinforcements back. And it showed, like, we shot 30% from the field in both categories, for the twos and for the threes, and only 70% from the line. They wasn't even sure if Brunson was going to go tonight, right? He's dealing with neck spasms and all this stuff. I mean, we're reeling here, man. We really, really are. I mean, talking about, just trying to do the best that we can, just trying to keep things together. I said this on my last show, right? I'm sorry I didn't go live the other night. Had family stuff going on. I was trying to get in, but I just couldn't do it. But the show before last, but yeah, something like that. I said that I think that we've hit our cap, right? You can only get a certain amount of wins with the squad that you have. What's going on, Big Task, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV Live. Knicks 100 GM, man. I appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV Live tonight, man. Tough loss to them boys, 110-99. This was they're only able to get but so far with these guys, right? I don't think they expected for Randall and Randall, yeah, but OG Anunoby to be out as long as he is. And so that's taking a big hit on this team. It truly, truly is. And I think that you're expecting contributions from guys that don't have the skill set to do that. Like, you shouldn't be expecting 20 points a night from Josh Hart. Like that's not who he is. That's not what he does. Same thing with DiVincenzo, right? Like DiVincenzo can score, but I'm not expecting him to score 30 a night. Like that's just not the player he is. We didn't bring him in here to do that. And I think that that's what's happening. Brunson was solid tonight, man. He could do the best that he did. He had 27 tonight. It was 27 tonight. But I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, he's trying to not just him, the whole team. Let's just say that. It's just trying to keep this whole thing together, man. They really, truly are. And I think that you're just starting to see a team that's tired and just trying to do the best that they can with the pieces that they have. Period. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss on them boys, 110-99. So, it's at the point where it's kind of getting like redundant. Like, you don't want to continue to say the same thing, but it's just obvious. We don't have enough. And I said this last show. We're not even like a middle of the road team. Like, we're kind of like down near at the bottom with like, I don't want to say the Wizards or the Pistons, but we're like right above them. Like, we're like where Atlanta is. Like, we're like in that area. We're not even as good as the Magic. We're not even good as the Heat right now. We're not as good as the Pacers. All the teams that are in the playoffs right now, we're not as good as. Period. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys, 110-99 against the Golden State Warriors. Splash brother himself. Steph Curry, greatest shooter ever. Big tonight, he had 31 big points. Genwell Balandris. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight, man. I think it's my first time seeing you come through here. If you have been here before, please correct me on that. But if you haven't, and it's your first time, please subscribe to the channel, man. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight. And so I just think that it's just hard. It's just hard to play, man. We're just not that good of a team right now. We're just not. And when you look at the matchups, right? When you look at teams and everybody's pretty much healthy, like everyone is pretty much healthy outside of like teams like Memphis and of course Philly. But Philly's just missing Embiid, which is everything. But I'm just saying, right? But everyone else is pretty healthy except for us. We've been decimated by injuries, man. So and it shows, right? I mean, we got major injuries like Randall dislocated shoulder, Mitch's broken ankle. I mean, we got good news today. I'll talk about that later, but I'm just saying these are major, major injuries. OG Anunoby, and then not for nothing, like All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little quick story time. I'm kind of have a lot of things running in my head right now. Sorry. I'm not saying that the doctors are doing this, but you have to understand, right? Like these are medical guys, so they're not gonna rush and tell Randall to go back and play. They're gonna always lean on the most extreme. So if they say, okay, he should be out 2 to 4 weeks, right? They're gonna say no. Let's keep him out for 4 weeks. Excuse me. Like they're gonna do that. They're not gonna say, okay, he can come back after 2 weeks. No. If they say 2 to 4 weeks, look at 4 weeks. Like look at that for the medical guys. Like that's what they lean on. They always lean on the side of like caution. They're not gonna rush him back. So even though you're hearing good things, like you're hearing the stuff about OG Anunoby and all this. Namit, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Big loss. Some tough loss from the boys tonight, 110-99. So the doctor's gonna lean on that. The doctor's gonna lean on like, let's keep him out. They're not gonna lean on trying to get him back. Now, us as fans, we want to see Randall back. We want to see OG Anunoby back. We want Mitch back on the court. We want them practicing tomorrow so we could just get wins. The doctors aren't gonna do that. So the team and the medical staff are gonna take directions from the doctor. So that's why I don't they're saying now, like, probably by the end of the month or mid-month or whatever. I don't know, man. I know Randall's trying to get back, but the doctors, they're not going to press the go button yet. They're not going to do that. They don't want to lose their license. You know what I'm saying? Saying that they rushed him back and they don't want to, so they're going to lean on the side of caution, man. So that's why these guys aren't back. If it was up to Randall, he'll be playing tonight. But it's the doctors, man. They don't want to give that approval yet. So they're going to drag their feet with this. They just are. They're not going to, they're just not. And then it's other things behind it too, man. We play a role too. I know because I tore my ACL and I remember like I was supposed to be, like I was ready for certain things, but the doctor was like, no, we'll wait 4 more weeks. And I'm like, 4 more weeks? Like that's a lot. Like I can do this now. Like I don't need, yeah, but we'll just wait 4 more weeks. So a lot of stuff is other things going on behind the scenes. But I'm just saying, I just think that that's kind of like what's going to happen with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just, we've just capped out. And I think that that's what it was tonight, man. And you see, like, Golden State, I think when we have everybody back, they're not better than us. They're not. You know what I mean? Draymond's a shell of himself. Steph is still Steph, but they don't even, Klay Thompson's not even starting anymore for those guys. But I don't, I just think that right now we're at the lower end of the Eastern Conference as far as skill set, right? And it's tough for a guy like Brunson. It's tough for a guy like Josh Hart. It's tough for a guy like DiVincenzo because those are really the offensive guys that we have. I don't want to hear any more talks about Burks. Right? No more talks about Burks. Just let him figure it out. No, I don't want nobody bringing him up again. All right, because there's a whole bunch of people out there making excuses for Burks, right? Nah, man. Nah. This is probably the first bad game I've seen Bogdanovic play. So, he gets a pass, but he's been pretty solid for us since the trade. So, uh, someone that's playing really, really well, man. You guys got to pay attention to it is Deuce and Sims. I like what those young guys are contributing, man, especially Deuce. Deuce is slowly but surely like getting better each game. Like, just think about think how much better Deuce is like from the beginning of the season than what Deuce is now. He's so much better now as a player. Like he's playing really, really, really well. He played really well today. I liked what I saw from Deuce, man. I really do, and he's just got to get. If he can run that offense, if he can just slow himself down to run the offense, just get us in our sets to where the second unit could be somewhat cohesive. Burks is finished. He's barbecue chicken. He's finished because that's all we need Deuce to do. Because one thing he is doing as he always has done, he defends. So now he's starting to knock down a shot. He played really, really well today, man, especially in that fourth quarter. He played really, really well and was kind of spearheading kind of like a little charge that the Knicks were trying to bring together. Sims, too, being active, and they cut the lead to 4. So I liked I like those two young guys, man. I like what they're showing. They're showing a lot of promise, man. They really, truly are. Steph Curry is Steph Curry, man. I mean, he's gonna be playing a long time, man. Because one thing that in this league, his dad was perfect at it. You don't really gotta defend; you just gotta be able to shoot. So he could be to the point where he could just be a guy that comes off the bench and just hits a couple jump shots and goes sits on the bench. He could be playing 12 minutes a night, but can knock it down, and he'll still have a job in this league. But he can shoot that pill, man. It's funny. I don't know if you guys heard, but Fred Katz came out with a story talking about why DiVincenzo is shooting the 3 at such a high clip and how he really learned a lot from Steph. And they really kind of built like a little relationship there in Golden State, to where it kind of taught him like certain like little secrets of things to do when you're shooting the 3, like how to position your shoulders, how to come off of picks, how to make sure your shoulders are correct to where you can get the shot off really good and still remain square to the basket and be able to knock it down. And if you notice, DiVincenzo is, I mean, he had a tough night tonight, but I'm just saying for the season. So if you guys take a look at that, I'll try to leave a link for it in the bio here when I'm done. So maybe I'll try to update it and put it in here. But go check it out. Great read. Fred Katz talks about that. Dante's relationship with Steph Curry and how that's kind of helped him change his jump shot. So yeah, but these games and how we're losing these games, I'm not even like bothered by it. Like, I'm really not. Like, even tonight, like, I'm not bothered by it. Even the other night, losing to the Pelicans, I'm not bothered by it. Like, I'm really not. Even the Cavs game coming up, I'm not going to be I'm really not bothered, man. Even if we drop down to the 6th seed, I'm not bothered by it. Because I understand what it is. We're capping out, man. Like, we don't really have guys that you're asking so much of so many dudes that they're just running out of gas, man. You can see it. Even a guy like Precious Achiuwa, he's starting to come down and back down to earth, right? Guys, it's just like I said in my last show, guys are starting to scheme for him. They understand what his limitations are, and they're using that. The really, really good coaches know how to adjust to that, period. And so they'll expose your weaknesses in this league. Knicks 100 GM said, but now Dante's defense has went out the window, LV. Yo, man, you know what it is, man? These guys are expending a lot of energy, man. Knicks 100 GM, you're asking these guys to do more than what they were brought here to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Dante wasn't here, didn't come here to be playing 35 to 40 minutes a night. And then you're asking him to score the pill at a high clip and play defense. Like he's not that type of player, man. He's not. He's not a max guy. You ask stuff like that of max guys. He's not a max guy. So, it's the same thing with Josh Hart, right? He's gonna have his moments, but you can't expect Josh Hart to have 25 a night. Like that's not who he is. And so these guys are spending a lot of energy, man. It's different when I'll put it to you like this. You're the max guy, right? It's expected for you to be putting up a lot of shots and to come back and defend and just produce at a high clip. So you're built for that. You train for things like that. But when you're not really a max guy, you train to like do other things. And so now you're asking these guys to shoot more, which takes a lot of energy out. Come back down now and defend. Oh yeah, and then shoot some more again. Like these guys aren't. These guys don't have the stamina for that. They know who's taking majority of the shots. When Brunson and Randall are cooking, those guys are taking majority of the shots. So you have a time to come down to offense, just swing the ball. If you're open, maybe shoot it, but you're really looking to run the offense through those two guys. And then now you have energy to come back and play defense. But if you're asking to be the guy too, those guys aren't built for that. They're just not. That's just the truth. That's why it's called having roles in the league and knowing your role and being the best at your role. And if you're able to do that, you can make a lot of money in this league and play a very long time. So that's the key. And you're asking these guys to basically produce at the level of max guys, and they're just their cup is overflowing with that, man. They're having a really, really hard time doing that. Nammer said they're busting their butts, man. Give them credit for that. Yeah, they are, man. Listen, they're playing hard. They're playing hard. I love their fight today. Like I said, they cut it down to 4 in that fourth quarter, man. I love their fight. I really, truly did. Big Sam's, Josh Hart hustling, man. Those guys really, really played their hearts out, man. They just didn't have it offensively, man. They shot 30% from the field regular, and they shot 30% from 3 and 70% from the line. So offensively, they just didn't have it tonight. You just didn't. And you can't have a night like that going against the Splash Brothers, man. Not against that guy. Knicks 100 GM said John Dante is a real starter in the league, not hard. Yeah, man, agreed. But Josh Hart plays starter minutes, man. Like when you get to that level in this league, man, it doesn't really matter who starts. It really matters who finishes the game, right? And Josh Hart finishes the game. Like he always does that, like everywhere he's been. He's just that glue guy, right? That really works for a really, really good team. And I think that's why when Randall comes back and OG Anunoby comes back, he's such a viable piece, man, because him being with that second unit and the things that he does is just winning basketball, right? So, I'm going to take a look at the stats, but I'm sure he played over 40 minutes tonight because I think he played like majority of the third. And I think he didn't come out the fourth quarter. He played the whole fourth. Tibbs just runs him into, he doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. It's really tough. And and like I said, I don't take these wins and try to like tear guys to pieces because I know where guys are limited. You know what I mean? And I think even with Brunson, right, you're starting to see you're starting to see how things is he's getting tired. And people want to say if he's a 1A or 1B. I don't care if you're 1A or not. If you switch Steph Curry with Brunson, Steph Curry be just as tired as Jalen Brunson. Just as tired because you got to carry that load, and that's a lot to do, man. And so that's why most of the times with guys like that, you have a Batman to your Robin. You have that because you need another guy to feed off of you to make things run better for you. Remember, let's go back in time, right? If everybody knows hoops, you know what I'm talking about. Like Jordan was good. He was really good, but he didn't take it to the next level until Pippen came. Because now you had a Robin to his Batman. And that changed the game for the Bulls, and that's when they were just on a different level. And it wasn't that Pippen made Jordan better. It wasn't that. It was just that now he had pretty much another guy to go next to him, to where you had to watch out for both. And Pippen defended, so MJ didn't have to guard the toughest guy, you know, on the other team. That was pretty much, Scottie Pippen. If you look back at those finals when the Lakers played the Bulls in their first championship, Pippen was guarding Magic. Jordan was just floating. You understand what I'm saying? So you need that, man. You need that Robin to those guys, Batman. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where you're starting to see Brunson really start to kind of break down a little bit. He had the neck spasm, and he fought back tonight because he wanted to be here for his team. But it's tough, man. It's tough. Knicks 100 GM said we're going to sign Morris. I don't think we touch Morris. I don't think we touch him, man. I really don't. I listen, man. You got to understand, if you sign a guy like that, you're taking minutes away from somebody, right? And it's not like Morris is going to be coming in like scoring 17 a night like that. He's not that type of player either, and he's older. So they're not gonna sign a guy that they're gonna have to guarantee money to, and he's not gonna play. Like he's not gonna play once these guys come back. And based on what Tibbs said today, which is great, they reported it during TNT. He stated that you should see those guys back either in the middle of the month or at the end of the month. Tomorrow's the first day of March, so I'm just saying. So we're looking at the possibility of those guys coming back within the next 2 to 3 weeks, right? So why would you bring a guy like Morrison? They're just, like I said earlier, man. They're just trying to weather the storm. They're just trying to get through this storm. They're not even trying to hold it together with tape, like I said earlier. They're trying to hold it together with shoestrings, man. They're really trying to weather this until they can get back their reinforcements, right? So with that being said, I don't think they bring anybody else in next GM. They don't, especially the way Sims is playing, and Sims is solid, man. So I don't think why would they even go out and pay another guy? Because I think what they got to pay him. I think they got to pay him. I think like the minimum. I think something like like $200K. I don't know what it is. Something. I'm getting my numbers wrong. Let me not even say that. But what I'm saying is that financial wise, it wouldn't make any sense for them to bring him in. And playing time wise too, he's not going to play. So Tibbs is not going to bench or get Sims off the team to make room for Morris, or you know what I mean? What else like that? They're just not going to do that. So really quick, let me go through the stats really quick, man. As I told you before, Precious Achiuwa only played 26 minutes, 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, 1 for 4 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 points. Isaiah Hartenstein, 20 minutes, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 6 points. Jalen Brunson played 37 minutes, 11 for 25 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. How is it Brunson's only at the free throw line once? You guys let me know that. As you saw, they wasn't really calling anything for him, but he was 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 27 points for JB. Josh Hart, like I told you guys, he played 47 minutes tonight. How many minutes are in a basketball game? Isn't it 48? He played 47 minutes tonight. He basically played the whole game. As you see, I'm just shaking my head. That tells you how badly we're hurt, man. 4 for 17 from the field, 3 for 9 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Josh Hart had 18. I said it. 18 rebounds tonight, 14 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. He had 7 assists, 2 steals, and 14 points. Do you guys understand what this guy's doing? He might be the second most important player on this team outside of Jalen Brunson. Now, of course, people are going to say Randall and all this other stuff, but this guy is a true Iron Man. A true Iron Man. When is he? Knock on wood. I'm not even going to say it because we got so many injuries, but we're just glad to have him here. Flamethrower Dante DiVincenzo, 36 minutes, 6 for 21 from the field, 2 for 12 from 3, 2 for 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 16 points from the flamethrower. Bogdanovic had probably one of his worst games. 0 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, 4 for 4 on the free throw lines, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and just 4 points. Tough night for him. Big Sims, I thought, was great tonight. He had played 22 minutes, 3 for 3 from the field goals, 4 for 5 from the stripe, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 points for Sims. Deuce, who I said is coming around, man, and really opening some eyes here with his play. 22 minutes, 6 for 8 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals for Deuce, and 14 points. Burks played only 11 minutes tonight, I believe. Make sure I got that correct. Yeah, 11 minutes, 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 points. As a team, we shot 36% from the field, 30% from 3, 70% from the free throw line. Actually, the boards, 56 boards. Yeah, I rebounded them. How many turnovers we had tonight? 12 turnovers today, 11. But offensively, man, that's just what it was. I mean, they weren't that great neither, man. I mean, they shot 50% from the free throw line. They shot 8 for 16 from the free throw. They shot 31% from 3, but they shot 44% from from the field goal. Sorry, I'm jabbering a little bit. Apologize, but so they weren't that much better, but they had that lead on us, man. That first quarter was it that first quarter of doom. That's what we'll call it. What were we down like 14-0? We couldn't shoot, and that was the ball game. They were up on us 31-19 after that, and then that was the ball game, man. We could not get back into it because offensively they weren't that much better than us. Big Task said, "Wait, I thought it said 10:30." Yeah, I hopped on pretty quick, Big Task, man. I just wanted to hop in with you guys, man. I missed the other night, so I wanted to hop in. Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV live tonight. But listen, man. But I will say this though, guys. I love the fight, man. I love the fight. I love guys out there fighting. They're not giving up. They're playing really hard, man. And you have to really give them credit for that. They're just trying to do the best what they can with what they have. And I think that you have to really pay attention to that. You know what I mean? But I will tell you this though. This team is going to be battle tested for the playoffs. A lot of teams are not going to want to play us at all because this is losses like this and tough times like this is what makes the team. This is really what shows you what type of team you have, right? This is building grit and building a lot of different things for us as a team, right? You're seeing guys like Big Sims, like playing really well. He was getting big minutes in that fourth quarter, man. He really was. Then also too, like you're seeing a guy like McBride coming around, like Deuce is playing really well, man. Excuse me. You're seeing a guy like, of course, Josh Hart, right? Being Josh Hart, right? People were destroying him early in the year. Look how better he's playing. So I just think that this is, of course, no, sorry, of course, too, during this time, you've seen the rise of Precious Chua, right? So you're seeing guys really come together and really form an identity here with this team. And when you lose games like this and you kind of like trying to get it together, but you're still fighting together as a team, that tells me a lot about who these guys are. Big Tass says, question, are you concerned with iHeart? No, man, I'm not. I think with iHeart, man, I think they're just trying to really monitor him, man, because what they can't, okay, well, here's the thing. What they can't allow him to do, Big Task, is they can't push him to the brink to where he gets hurt too. So I think they've been kind of traumatized with guys getting hurt. So they kind of, if he has a sore Achilles or if it's arthritis in his ankle, something, he said something different. He said he's got arthritis in his ankle. It's just his ankle is sore or his back of his leg is sore. I don't know, whatever. iHeart is saying something totally different. But the point that I'm making is they're just trying to monitor it and just make sure that he's okay because they're going to need him for that playoff push. So I think that's what it is. I mean, he stated that he could play more minutes, but I think the Knicks are like kind of holding him back to say, all right, let's just kind of just take it easy because, they can't have him go down, right? So they're just trying to monitor him and just kind of try to keep him healthy for that playoff push because they understand how much they're going to need him, especially, not knowing what Mitch is going to look like when he's back. So I think all those things matter, right? So I'm not too worried about our heart. But I think also too, in doing that big task, like I said, a couple minutes ago, I think this gives a good opportunity for guys like Sims to play. Right, I thought Sims was active again tonight. Right, so all these things develop, and I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again on my show. Like all these things develop like that body armor that you're gonna need. Playoffs is different, man. The playoffs is different. We saw that last year. So how important is it for these guys to get uh like big time minutes, like what they're getting? That's the only way you learn. That's the only way you get better. Is you got to play. You know what I mean? I'm a big component of that. I'm not a big component of guys sitting on the bench and practicing. They got to get out there, man. They got to play through ups and downs. They got to play through tough times. They got to play through good times. And I want to see the type of player you are. You know what I mean? And I think that Deuce and Sims are developing well, man. They really, really are. And I think that they're gonna. I know for a fact Deuce is going to play in the playoffs. I know that for a fact. I think Tibbs is really starting to trust him. I think guys who have earned a lot during this time are Deuce and Precious Achua. I think those two guys are going to play in the playoffs. They definitely are. They definitely are. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight, man. Tough loss for them boys, 110-99. Corey Lindsay says, LV, salute, man. We're gonna be all right, man. We just have to hold on to the fourth seed. Yeah, man. But you know what? Even if we don't, and let's say we drop down to the sixth or the fifth seed, man, I'm okay with that, man. I really are. Like you just got to be real about it. You can't be like, you know, just kind of like living in like a fairyland. Like you got to be honest about what the situation is. We are really, really hurting with these injuries, man. It's really, really taking a toll on our team. And you saw it tonight how guys shot. They just didn't shoot well. I think guys are really tired, man, because you're asking a lot from a lot of different guys that don't produce at a high clip like that. So I think that's what you're seeing. So, we just got to get those guys back, man. We just have to. Because Josh Hart needs like a break. Like he just needs a break. He played 47 minutes tonight. He needs to take a break, man. He just needs somebody to come in to where he doesn't start. He could just come off the bench and be Josh Hart. Big Taz said Deuce earned a playoff spot, right? Plus you have to replace Grimes' defense. Agreed. Burks is losing like a lot of points here, man. He really is. You know what I'm saying? Like he only played 11 minutes tonight. Deuce played 22. So I don't know. I mean, is Burks hurt? You guys think? Like I don't know what's going on with him. But what I'm saying is, Deuce is becoming like a really big. Like Tibbs is really like taking a liking to him. Because he's bringing him in and kind of he's playing like big minutes. He ended the fourth. So I really, really like what I'm seeing from Deuce. Corey Lindsay said, LV, man, I told the truth about the Knicks should not bring Alec Burks, bro. Yeah, a lot of people said that, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of the people that felt, well, let me just say this. I didn't feel that they should. I felt like they would, right? Just because of the market. They didn't want to pay big money for anybody, man. They didn't want to do that. Everyone's talking to DeJounte Murray. I said, yo, man, that's too expensive. They're not going to that's not the big deal that they want. They want to go after somebody bigger this summer. So I think that I didn't see that happening. I felt that the biggest deal that they made was the OG Anunoby. That was their big move. The next move that they were going to make was going to be something small. And I think they went with Burks because of the familiarity with him and Tibbs. And, Bogdanovic can score. And he's big. You know what I mean? He can shoot that pill. So he's a perfect piece to that second unit. I think with the play of Burks is kind of shocking to me. Like I'll be honest with you. Like I'm not trying to tear the guy down. I'm just really shocked about how bad he's playing, how bad he's looked. You know what I mean? Like he's a vet, man. How long has he been in the league? Let me take a look at this really quick. I want to make sure I got my okay, Burks is 32 years old, man. He's 32. He came in the league in 2011. So what are we in? 2000 was 24. So he's been in the league 13 years. He's been in the league 13 years, man. He's been in the league 13 years. He's a seasoned vet. So he should be coming in here with no problems adjusting to what's going on here, man. He should have no issue. None. And so that's what's really shocking about how bad he's playing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just he knows who Tibbs is. He knows what the expectation is, man. So I'm just really bugging about how bad he's playing, how bad he's looked, being the vet that he is, man. So I don't know. Big Task is, I would like to ask you something. Do you think that the Knicks should trade for Don? I don't know, man. I don't know. I would say yes with Spider, but I think they got their eye on somebody else. And I think I said it before on this show. If anybody knows what I've said before, I want you to put the name in the chat about who LV said they think they're going to go get this summer. Corey Lindsay said, LV, which players are we going to resign during the offseason, bro? I think we resign. Of course, I think Brunson's going to think he's going to get his money. Think they're going to get him real quick. They're not going to let him probably go to they're going to sign him before before the day that they can re-sign him. I think they're going to try to re-sign Iheart. I think they're going to try to re-sign Precious Achua. They're definitely going to sign OG Anunoby. I think OG Anunoby is going to get anywhere between 30 to 35 million from the Knicks. But I think they're going to really try to re-sign Iheart. They're going to try to keep Precious Achua here as well. But those guys got to take it. I think Iheart's going to probably get anywhere between 16 and 20 million. He might be asking for. I'll see if the Knicks could do. But I don't know. It's gonna be up in the air with Iheart. I can see Precious Achua coming back. I could see that happening. For a good deal, of course, but Iheart's gonna be tough because there's a market out there for him. So let's see what that looks like. But Taz said, my answer is no. Please don't trade for Donovan Mitchell. The Spider wants to come home, man. The Spider wants to come home. So anybody out there, listen, if you guys been to my show, you've been here numerous times. Let me see if you know the guy that LV Live is thinking that the Knicks are going to go after this summer. If you know, type the name in. If you remember what I've said on this show, type the name in who LV has said he thinks the Knicks are going to go after this summer. Take a guess. You can say whatever, but I've said it on the show numerous times who I think the Knicks are going to go after because I think that's who they're trying to pull a deal off for, man. Oh, big task, man. Ding, ding, ding. Listen, definitely this year. Can't tell you what time, but this year I'm going to start giving out gifts, man. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Like, see all the stuff I got back here? I got a whole bunch of stuff, man, but I'm going to start doing giveaways and stuff like that. But yeah, Devin Booker's the guy. Greek Freak, no. Devin Booker's a CAA guy. Him and Leon are pretty tight. I think that's what they're going to go after. I think they're going to try to make a serious go at Devin Booker. And I would not be surprised if you see Booker with the Knicks. I would not be surprised if it's like a 3-team deal and they start. I would not be surprised because I think they're swinging for the fences this summer, man. Because they're close. They listen. We're really, really close. I'm talking about as a team. With the addition of OG Anunoby and Randall, you saw what it was in January. You saw a little glimpse of that. So if you was to put Devin Booker in that backcourt with Brunson, Randall, and OG Anunoby and Big Mitch, and if Iheart comes back, and we got DiVincenzo, and we got Josh Hart, the Knicks would be dangerous. Do you not understand what we will be next year? So I think that they're working on something. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, they're working on some things. I would not be surprised. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't want nobody saying LVC. You said this was going to. I said I would not be surprised, but I think they're going to go after a whale this summer. I think they're going to go after a whale. I think that's the move that they really, really want to make. They want to go after somebody huge, make a big land because they got the picks, they got the players, they got Bogdanovic, they got Burks. You could throw in somebody else. Atlanta Klein, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss from the boys, 110-99. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me, sir. So they got picks, man. They got picks and they got players. They got deals that they can kind of move off of, which could make sense. And if Phoenix is on something like, yo, man, we just want picks. So like, all right, cool. We'll give you these contracts. I wouldn't be surprised they throw in Burks, Bogdanovic, Precious Chua. Well, I don't know, Precious Chua because they'll have to sign him. He's a free agent this summer. But I'm just saying, right? I wouldn't be surprised. Corey Lindsay says, LV, do you think Devin doesn't want to be in Phoenix? No, it's not that, man. It's not that he doesn't want to be in Phoenix. It's just that the Knicks are an attractive location right now, Corey Lindsay. And with the whole CAA connection, man, that's a big deal, man. Trust and believe that's a big deal. A lot of guys want to do that. So coming over here with GZD, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss from the boys, 110-99, man. Appreciate you, GZD, coming through, rocking out with your boy tonight. So it's a familiarity, right? Corey Lindsay, being familiar with who you're with, knowing Leon, and and of course, Devin Booker and all that. You know what I mean? So same thing with OG Anunoby, right? He's Leon's son is his agent, right? So just think of the familiarity, right? With everybody. Everybody knows everybody. This is all connection based, man. Right? So a lot of guys out here are CAA guys. Remember, Leon was running CAA. So I'm just saying, you got to look at the connections here, man. So what I'm saying is that with those connections and the Knicks being the hot spot that it is, I would not be surprised they pull off a deal like that. I just wouldn't be. Because a perfect example, guys, let's be honest here. Did anybody see this OG Anunoby deal happening? I didn't see it coming at all. I did not see it from deep. Usually I see things happen. I hear whispers. LV's got his ear to the ground. I'm listening. But no one saw the OG Anunoby deal happening. Nobody, especially with the beef that we got with Toronto. So that's what I'm saying. If they're pulling off deals like that, there's no telling what they're working on behind the scenes, who they're talking to, the conversations they're having. Right? All these guys talk. Don't think that they don't make deals behind the scenes, quietly, whispers, text messages, talking on the phone. Trust me, these deals are made before they're signed. So I just wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying. I think Lion said, I'm having aneurysms watching this team. I need Randall and OG back bad. Yeah, man. You just got to be patient, man, with the process, man. I would not be surprised, like I said, if we drop in the standings, but I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Because what do you want more for these guys to do, man? They're trying to do the best they can. They're trying to keep things together until we get back our reinforcements. So you just gotta kind of just weather the storm, man. Just ride it through. Bob says, who is Booker's agent? I think he's still with CAA, man. That's what I'm saying. I still think he's with CAA. Let me check right now. Let's take a look. He's with CAA. Jessica Holtz is his agent, and she's with CAA. He's a CAA guy, man. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I'm just being honest. So it's all connections, man. So that's what I'm saying. Big Chaz said, plus he's with a cartel, so he wants the bright lights. I don't think he's with her no more, man. I don't think he's with her no more. That was just for fun. You know what I mean? These guys be hopping around, man. Knicks 100 GM said he went to the Hornets. Who went to the Hornets, Knicks 100 GM? Please elaborate on that, sir. Trying to see exactly where you're going with that. He went to the Hornets. Who went to the Hornets? Poku. Poku. Who's Poku? It's late, man. Gotta be patient with me. Poku. Who's Poku? I'm confused. Oh, from the Thunder. Oh, big man. Okay, I know you're talking about. Corey Lindsay, LV, I just saw it return day in OG's March 12th, Julius Randle March 19th, and Mitchell Robinson March 23rd today on my phone. Yeah, I mean, that's what Tip said. He said those guys will be back in March, probably mid March or late March. So that sounds about right, man. I mean, once again, man, we just got to weather the storm, man. You know what I mean? We got to weather the storm. Like I said, I don't care if we drop to like the sixth or the fifth. I don't have problems because we don't have a problem playing on the road. We don't have a problem playing on the road, and a lot of those teams are not going to want to see us fully healthy. They're not. So I'm not really worried about that. Even a team like Boston, as good as Boston is, they haven't seen us fully healthy. With OG Anunoby, Randall, Big Mitch, they haven't seen us like that. When they was beating up on us, they beat up on us. Number one, you see recently, they beat up on us when we didn't have nobody, and they beat up on us before when we didn't have OG Anunoby. We have OG Anunoby. That changes everything, man. Everything for us. We saw it in January. That's why everyone was watching and said, "Whoa, do you see what the Knicks are doing?" They said the Knicks are dangerous. Boston better watch out. And why do you think everybody says that? These guys know hoops, man. And plus, I know basketball too. We all watch the hoop game, and you see the matchups. They see what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being honest, and you gotta understand too. In the playoffs is different. If Boston's not knocking down their shots, they're gonna have a hard time. Jalen Brown is not gonna be doing that against Randall. That's not gonna happen. So I'm not worried about that. The only person I'm really worried about, honestly, is Tatum and Porzingis. Outside of that, I'm not worried about anybody. Jalen Brown, that's barbecue chicken all day, man. They're gonna have to switch. And if they put Al Horford on Randall, oh, forget it. He getting 50, man. So it's just we just got to get healthy, man. That's the key. And I've said this before on my shows. Sound like a broken record, I know, but that's just the key. That's what's hurting us. LV, so you're not worried about the Knicks dropping in the playing tournament? No. The playing tournament is 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. So I don't think we get that low. I don't think we get that low. If we do, then that's danger zone, right? Because you got to be careful with that. Like I understand that, but I don't think we get that low. I think we get to maybe the 6th seed. I think we get as low as that. Because there's gonna be a couple of games coming up here that I know we're gonna win. But it's just we just gotta keep it together, man, until you know what I mean, until those guys come back. Big Taz said, I want Boston so bad, man. Once we are full go, I don't care. When we see them in the playoffs, yeah. I know, man. I agree with you, man. We just gotta get everybody back, man. We just gotta get everybody back. Let's take a look here, really quick, guys. Let's take a look here. Okay, so as you know, coming up, we have the Cavs coming up, man. We got the Cavs coming up, and that will be That'll be Sunday. Sunday, we got the Cavs, man. We're at Cleveland. So we got a couple of games. And after that, things should get a little bit better, right? We got the Hawks. Then we got Orlando at home. Then we got Philly at home. Then we got Philly back to back. So check it out, guys. After Cleveland, right, which I think is going to probably be a loss. We got the Hawks at home. We got Orlando at home. We got Philly at home back to back. So hopefully with that Atlanta, Orlando, Philly and Philly, we can go 3-1 or we can go 4-0. I think we can go 4-0, man. Orlando's tough, but I think we could beat them, right? We've shown that we could beat Philly with no problem, right? So we can pretty much go 4-0 or 3-1 at the Cleveland until we hit that West Coast trip where we go at Portland, at Sacramento, Golden State, and Denver. Right. So we got a couple of winnable games coming up, man, after Sunday, man. We just got to try to keep it together until then. All right. But listen, guys, I'm LV Live, and that's my show. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with your boy tonight. Listen, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Listen, hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if you're watching this on replay, part of the replay gang, right? Please hit that like button. Please leave comments. And also, too, people, please subscribe. All right, I'm LV Live, and I appreciate you guys rocking with me, man. I'll see you guys Sunday. All right, let's go Knicks. LV Live. I'm out of here, people. Peace.